Today we will discuss about gallstone diseases. Basically, gallbladder is a pear-shaped organ situated in the right upper quadrant of the abdomen, just below the liver. So, its main function is to store bile. Whatever bile is synthesized in the liver comes through the hepatic ducts and it joins to the gallbladder cystic duct to form a common bile duct. The bile is passed through the common bile duct and it joins with the pancreatic duct at the lower end to form a ampulla through which this bile and pancreatic juice combinedly goes to the duodenum and helps in digestion of the fatty food. So, when we eat a heavy spicy food or a heavy meal, the whatever extra amount of bile is stored within the gallbladder is compressed and it is passed through the bile duct into the duodenum. Why gallstones forms? There are different factors like obesity, age more than 40, females it is more common, and people who are taking certain drugs like statins, and certain patients with hemolytic anemia, and patients who are obese. These are the patients which are more likely to form stones. These stones forms due to some specific factors like increased amount of cholesterol, increased amount of unconjugated bilirubins, and less of bile acid secretion, stasis within the gallbladder, and sometimes infection within the biliary tree are the important factors which leads to stone formation. These stones are mostly either pigmented stones or cholesterol stones. Sometimes you get calcifications within the stones. So what are the different problems associated with gallstones? When majority of the stones are present within the gallbladder, these patients may present with asymptomatic incidentally detected stones, like patients who are routinely advised ultrasonography for some other conditions. During that ultrasonography, gallstones are detected. These are called asymptomatic or incidental stones. Sometimes they may only present as a biliary colic, that is in right upper quadrant. These patients will have a colic in nature of pain that lasts for maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes and gradually it decreases, and it may be sometimes severe enough and needs analgesic medications. Sometimes there may be complete infection of the gallbladder, that is called acute cholecystitis attack, in which patient is also developing pain in the right upper abdomen. There is also fever, and sometimes there may be jaundice also. So unlike acute cholecystitis, in chronic cholecystitis the attack of pain is less severe and these can be managed with medicines, but it sometimes occur recurrent attacks of pain. Patient may complain of dyspepsia, gas problems, and right upper quadrant discomfort is present. Sometimes these attacks of the gallbladder may be very severe, which are called empyema of the gallbladder or gangrenous cholecystitis, in which gallbladder wall is completely affected. The bile within the gallbladder become infected. So there is severe amount of infection around this gallbladder area, and all of the adjacent structure try to come and attach to the gallbladder to control the infection. These are the patients who require emergency treatment. Otherwise, majority of these patients can be treated in an elective manner. Sometimes these stones may pass from the gallbladder into the bile duct, and in the bile duct either it can cause jaundice, it can cause infection called cholangitis, and sometimes few of these stones may pass down to the ampulla, may get impacted in the ampulla and cause gallstone induced pancreatitis. It is a serious condition in which there is severe epigastric pain and pain is radiating to the backwards. So rarely, in very few cases, this stone may pass down, may cause obstruction in the small intestine, that is called gallstone ileus. How to treat gallstones? Most of these patients require surgery, and particularly in situation where we are there in Odisha and in northeastern part of India, even if the patients are not have any symptoms, that is patients who are incidentally detected to have gallstones, we advise to undergo elective laparoscopic cholecystectomy. In this surgery, there are few small holes are made, 2 10 mm ports are placed, 2 5 mm ports are placed. Gallstones are usually treated with laparoscopic cholecystectomy. In this procedure, we do 2 small holes, 5 mm ports, and 2 10 mm ports. Surgery usually takes 20 to 30 minutes, and in difficult situations it may take up to 1 hour. After surgery, these patients are allowed to take oral diet after 6 to 8 hours, and in the next day patients are discharged. Post-operatively, majority of these patients does not develop any complications, and after 7 to 10 days from the surgery, we allow the patient to take all types of food. The removal of the gallbladder does not affect in digestion in the future of the patient in the post-operative period. Sometimes these stones may pass from the gallbladder into the bile duct, and in the bile duct either it can cause jaundice, it can cause infection called cholangitis, and sometimes few of the stones may pass down to the ampulla, may get impacted in the ampulla and cause gallstone induced pancreatitis. It is a serious condition in which there is severe epigastric pain and pain is radiating to the backwards. So rarely, in very few cases, the stone may pass down, may cause obstruction in the small intestine, that is called gallstone ileus. Sometimes these stones, if they have gone into the bile duct, it is called common bile duct stones. These patients present with obstructive jaundice, pain, fever and jaundice, that is called triad of the cholangitis. For these patients, there are multiple methods of treatment, like either we can go for endoscopic method of removal of the bile duct stones followed by elective laparoscopic cholecystectomy, or we can go for laparoscopic removal of both the CBD stones and the bile duct stones. In very difficult situation, or there are multiple stones when the bile duct is more than 2 cm, or there are recurrent of the CBD stones, in those are the situation in which along with removal of the bile duct stones, a biliary bypass surgery or hepaticojejunostomy or choledochojejunostomy is required. For diet for patients with gallstones disease, those patients who have gallstone disease, normally we recommend them not to take any spicy food, any heavy meals. We request them to take small and frequent amount of meals with less of fat, like rich creamy food and fried foods. Those with non-vegetarian food like chicken, mutton, all these foods we ask them to avoid it. In post-operative period, initially 7 days, we ask them again to take a less spiced food, but after 15 days to 1 month from the surgery, we allow the patients to take any form of diet. All normal diet is allowed after 1 month from the surgery.